Hello, welcome back to Nikki's Nosh, and today we're doing egg and bacon. Yeah, a very quick breakfast. I'm going to show you, first of all, I've got the last of this bacon which I bought a while ago at Booker's Wholesale. Now, I've spoken about Booker's Wholesale before in other videos, but this video might get out earlier. But Booker's Wholesale's got stores all over the place. They're actually owned by Tesco, but their sort of tin goods, their standard stuff is not good value, but their catering packs are exceptional. And the bacon that I bought, I'm puffed out doing that, singing and dancing. Anyhow, the pack that I bought was a 2 kilogram pack of thick cut back bacon. This is unsmoked. I've got the last few rashers of it, I'm sorry to say. But if I show you broadly, I'm going to wash my hands afterwards. If I show you broadly what the thickness of this bacon is, right? This is not like you buy from supermarkets. I'm going to hold it on the palm of my hand. Can you see? You can't. I'll hold it like that. Can you see the thickness of that bacon? Can you see it there? Look. Can you see how thick? Oh, no, you can't see. Can you see the thickness of it there? Right. Now, that's how thick your bacon needs to be when you're cooking bacon. The bacon that, when I was a kid, we grew up, this was the sort of thickness of bacon that was being delivered by the butchers. And if you go and buy bacon from a butcher's, always make sure you get a thick cut, because you're getting a thick cut, the bacon's going to cook properly, and it's not going to be so thin that you could look through it and see the light through it. So this is a good quality piece of bacon. I'm only cooking one rasher today because I've got a meal to cook a little bit later. So I'm going to we're going to do bacon and eggs, and the first thing is the bacon. So the foil's going in there, and you can't put the bacon straight into the Ninja. So I bought one of these things. They come in handy, they're racks, but this is much smaller. I expected it to be the same size as the rack for this, but the rack that I have, I used yesterday, and it's in the dishwasher. So this bacon is having to be done on this funny little tiny rack, but it doesn't matter. We're going to place that on top of and I'm sure you don't need to look inside the Ninja. You'll have seen all the Ninjas is one big, I'll tell you what, there, yeah, can you see there? There's the bacon on top of the foil in the pot. And the great thing about the Ninja thing, the pot does go in the dishwasher. It's like, it goes an enamel side. It's not non-stick, but it's enamel, so things don't stick to it terribly well. That's in. Now, I found that this thick cut bacon cooks pretty quickly, but I find I like it a little bit crisper. So I'm going to put it in for the standard 10 minutes under the grill setting. So we put it on, and we set we have to choose. I'm going to wash my hands 1 second. That music's on my mind now. Right, so I'm back now. Now this bacon, one rasher, is perfectly good for me, and you can see I'm not exactly slim. It's perfectly good for me to have this one rasher of bacon for my quick lunch. This is a breakfast stroke brunch meal. Nikki's Simple Snacks. Now, I happen to know that one rasher of bacon actually costs 2p to cook in a Ninja. So I'm going to set that off. Now, I'm going to have to set it to the grill setting. This is a multi-cooker, this Ninja Foodi. And what it does is it's got a whole series of different ones. I tend to only use the ones that are on the right hand side. Today we're using the grill. Now the grill grill goes up to 240. We're going to really give it a blast because we want it to cook quickly and we want it to cook thoroughly. And so we're going to do it for 10 minutes. Now 10 minutes, I've done it on 7 minutes and the bacon was fine. I'm going to do it on 10 minutes to show you what 10 minutes looks like. Okay, so that's off. And whilst we're doing that, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the eggs, because we're having eggs and bacon. What I've got is I've got some British free range eggs. Now these are from Aldi. They work out at around about 15 pence an egg, and they are medium size. Now today we're going to do eggs in a slightly different way. We're going to do a fried egg with some bread, and it's called egg in the hole. And we're going to have the egg in the hole, and then we're going to put our bacon on top. So keep watching, because me putting it all together will be quite fun. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the camera down to here. So we've got the bread, and we've got a glass. Now what I'm going to do here is if we're going to be cooking this, we're going to do fried bread. And so what we want to do is we want to make a hole in there like so, and we're going to put our egg in there. This we need to cut in half, because we've got to get it all into the frying pan. So we've got our bread sorted out. Now we could butter this bread if we really wanted to, but I'm going to try and do it without, because what I have got now, if we put those eggs to one side, by the science of magic, to make it easy, I've brought along my plug-in induction hob. Now I'm sure you can see this, because that's the central point. And so we've got that. Now we've got the induction hob. Now the induction hob has like a magnet in the bottom of here, and it heats the bottom of the pan, not the actual glass here itself. So if we were to use glass pan, that will not heat at all. I put it on and I prove the point. Put it on, we can turn it up. Look, you get an error. Can you see it says flashing error? Because there is no iron in the bottom of this pan, so it will not work. So we'll turn it off again. So I just proved the point. There are ways of doing it, but we'll have a video about this in another session. So I'm going to put that pan back down again, and I'm going to produce my fancy metal based pan. It's got iron in the bottom, and it's a very old frying pan that I bought from Aldi. Yesterday I did some Hasselback potatoes, and we used some rapeseed, and we also used some garlic, and we used some rosemary, and there was we used a very small amount of the oil, and we cooked it in the Ninja, and 40 minutes in the Ninja. It was really quite nice. Now all that you can see here, that all the rosemary and the garlic that went into that is still in the collection pan. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those out of there. You want to put this straight into your dustbin, to be honest. Do not put it down your sink, because the fat will just simply build up, and it will cause a fatberg, and you don't want one of those in your plumbing system. But I've got one of these sieves, and what I'm going to do is all that lovely flavour, the garlic and the rosemary flavour, is going to go into my pan. That's good enough to go into the dishwasher. There's just a small amount of fat there. So we've put it probably, I don't know how about, there's probably about a couple of tablespoons of oil. I keep these tins basically, and then I put stuff into them, and if I have any oil I'll put them in, that go then straight into the dustbin. Now that amount of oil is probably good enough, but I might just throw a little bit more rapeseed oil. Now this has been infused in garlic and in rosemary, so it really is going to be a fantastic flavour of fried bread. I can put this on again now. Whoops, a daisy. Rapeseed is an oil that can cope with quite a bit of heat. The bacon's going to be fine because it'll keep it nice and warm in that Ninja. And I think we'll need that glass fairly soon. It smells absolutely gorgeous. This really does smell great. Now we're going to put the bread in here, and we are going to put the circle that came out of it in there. I've probably chosen quite a small pan, but this will do us fine. Now we also need some tongue, but this is quite quick. We can turn this over. Now let's turn this. The induction hob works really fast, so I'm going to turn that down to 4 now. So that's looking quite good, and I have to be honest, there's not enough oil in there, so I'm going to put a little bit more rapeseed oil, but in the middle, right? That will heat up now, and we're going to take one of the 3 range eggs now. So here we are. So I'm going to break the egg, and what you do is you break the egg right into the middle of the bread. So we've got that doing there now, so that is frying inside the bread. We're going to be perfectly okay. We can turn this around again. Obviously we're not going to turn the central bit around, and this frying pan is at least 10 years old, and it is non-stick, and it really does do the job perfectly. We only use the plate here for bread, so that's going to be fine. I will put this down while that is doing. That really needs to be cooked a little bit more. Whoa. Turn that over. Leave that on for a second. What we might do, just for a bit of fun, we can sprinkle a little bit of cheese on it. Grated cheese always is a good idea, because if you use grated cheese you use up less cheese than if you use a block. Now if we are clever, we'll just I'll tell you what, pull that off there. That's ready. What you can do, if you've cooked it properly, because the egg has blended into the bread, and this is not going to be easy. As I told you, my presentation skills for dinners is a lot worse. Ready, here we go, 3, 2, 1, I've turned it over. Right. And that looks rubbish, but it will taste great. So we've got that there. I'll read in and just get the bacon. And here's our bacon, and you can see the rind is rindless supposedly, but you obviously have a certain amount of rind. There's our bacon, so we can put that on the plate, and here's our egg in the hole. Now you can practice if you do this yourself. Tell me how I can turn these things round. Probably use a bigger pan, but suffice to say that I can turn that off now, and I can serve this up badly in the pan. Now it looks rubbish, but it smells great, and it was going to taste super. So a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. The induction hob can go back around here to cool down. There's the quick breakfast. a knife and a fork, and we'll see what it tastes like. Marvellous. So we've got the egg's okay. It is a little bit runny. I would have probably, in retrospect, not turned it over, and I've let it just cook, but I didn't. And here's the bacon. Now, again, look at that. Look at that bacon there. That's a proper piece of meat, and it tastes incredible. So, but one rasher will do an adult easily for a full meal. I think had this bread not broken when I tore it, now that's going to be a big portion there, isn't it? This is a gorgeous lunch. One egg, 15 pence. Rasher of bacon, 25 pence. The slice of bread, which tastes of garlic and rosemary. The slice of bread was 9 pence. That makes 49 pence. And cooking it has probably cost us 3 pence. So I've had a lunch that's cost me around about 52 pence. Which I forgot to put the cheese. Let's just say it was 60 pence then. Now we get to the final cut. Right then. So here's the final. I'm going to eat with my mouth open. So until the next time, from me, Nikki at Nikki's Nosh, please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and put the old thumbs up on the ring the old bell and do the notification. You know what to do. So until next time, from me, Nikki at Nikki's Nosh. Cheers, me dears.
Oh, hello again. Please subscribe to Nikki's Nosh and like, comment and share.